Chef Jonathan Jono Shillingford has generated controversy since his presence on Below Deck Mediterranean Season 9 because of his flamboyant demeanor, adept cooking, and self-assurance. Many have wondered what he has been up to since the season ended. After joining Below Deck Mediterranean Season 9, self-trained chef Jonathan from Rosao, Dominica, put his career on the line and quickly rose to prominence as one of the show's most controversial characters. His teammates and visitors were not pleased with his persistent disregard for their needs and his refusal to follow the preference sheet. Too many blunders were made by Chef Jonathan when he was working on the yacht. During breakfast in one of the episodes, Jonathan overcooked the eggs, disappointing the diners. Given that Jonathan had provided the charter passengers with mediocre meals the night before, Captain Sandy Yan called Jonathan's decision a red signal. Jonathan once offered cookie cream instead of creme brulee in another occasion. Despite not executing his tasks properly, Jonathan wasn't dismissed. This led to conjecture that Jonathan may have been a production plant to stir up drama on the show. Jonathan, the chef, has experience in the yachting business. He has spent more than 7 years there. He contributed his expertise as the new chef aboard the motorboat Mustique, creating some of the most unforgettable moments of Season 9. Jonathan has a degree in architecture, yet he works as a professional chef instead. He proudly wears the badge of being a private boat cook, as stated in his Instagram bio. On his Instagram feed, where he shares videos of his meals and what he's shopping for based on dietary restrictions, Jonathan has been posting healthy material. It seemed like the program was on the verge of salvation when Chef Jono was revealed as a new cast member joining Below Deck Mediterranean Season 9. Jonathan was a fun addition because he looked to be bringing his singing proficiency, twerking skills, and cooking ability to the table. But Jonathan's cuisine was awful, and he was ill-prepared for professional conversation with the visitors. Captain Sandy accompanied Gigi Fernandez, a 17-time Grand Slam double title winner, to the most gourmet dining experience in Below Deck Mediterranean Season 9, Episode 4. Unfortunately, because of Jonathan's lack of culinary skill, it didn't turn out as planned. When Gigi voiced her dissatisfaction with his services, Jonathan took no action to make amends. The Grand Slam winner once asked Jonathan what the appetizer of gazpacho was. Captain Sandy became enraged when the Below Deck Mediterranean reality star said that he had Googled and assumed it was someone's grandmother's recipe. Throughout the season, Jonathan had difficulties, and his demeanor cast doubt on everything about him. Given the numerous indications that he might be replaced, it was unexpected that Jonathan lasted until the end of the season. Jonathan had a decent demeanor, was a mediocre Below Deck chef, and at least he accepted criticism well and didn't have tantrums. He described his experience working with Captain Sandy as an honor in an interview with Us Weekly. Even if Chef Jonathan received negative feedback from the fictional visitors, it's likely that he will return to the Below Deck series. Jonathan posted a video on Instagram that summarized the moments as he reflected back on his once-in-a-lifetime encounter. Chef Jonathan congratulated the cast and crew in a lengthy comment, saying they had given him some of the finest times of his career. He also mentioned that he felt he had formed lifelong yachty friends with every member of the crew. What a fantastic squad. Jonathan also considered how far he had come, drawing a comparison between himself and diamonds that form under pressure. The cast member of Below Deck Mediterranean hinted in the same post that viewers will continue to see and hear from him in future episodes. That suggests that Jonathan could be returning. However, it's still unknown if he'll be appearing in Below Deck Mediterranean or another franchise series. A second opportunity is warranted for Chef Jonathan. A return in a different season would allow him to demonstrate his ability without raising doubts in the minds of his coworkers and visitors. He appears to have learned from every success of Season 9 and is eager to apply them to every endeavor, no matter how big or little. He may be among the worst crew members this season, but he's still not as awful as Kyle Viljoen from Seasons 7 and 8. The team members were divided and disorderly because of Kyle. He made some friends and gave the impression that he was one of them, all the time chatting behind their backs. Chef Jonathan may continue some of the teachings from Season 9 in his next appearances on Below Deck Mediterranean or any spin-offs he may join.